After a spectacular stay at Tamboti Tented Camp, we are back on the road heading down south to the land of the cheetah. This is Lower Sabie in the Kruger National Park.
So we just left Shingwedzi after an amazing time at Tamboti Tented Camp, but that means it's now time to say goodbye to Central Kruger.
But we will say hello to Southern Kruger because we're on our way to Lower Sabie to spend 3 nights.
We've just had our first cat sighting, the second of the big 5, and it's a male lion.
Male lion, but it's around midday now and he was on his back, wasn't he? I don't think he's going anywhere. Oh my god.
What?
Snake. Python. Oh.
Okay, so we just checked into Lower Sabie, had a little drink at a restaurant overlooking the river, and what we saw from there was a queue of cars on the main road right next to camp.
Yeah, so we decided to check it out, and as we got there, we could see in the tree was an Impala carcass that had been hoisted up, so obviously by a leopard. There was a fair few cars there, so no leopard. I think it must have moved off, didn't appreciate being watched. I don't blame him. But this is great news for us because we're going to do the S28 and then come back up the Tar for our evening drive, and it's right at the camp, so we can sit there until we see it.
At sunset, basically.
For you guys, just brilliant, just brilliant. So it is time for the evening drive. We had a little chill time around the pool, and now it is 3 o'clock, so we have 3 hours to jump down the S28, come back up the Tar and see what we can find. But we will be checking in on that leopard.
Oh, there it is. It's moving. It's moving.
Where? Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. So the afternoon drive was very quiet, but we're actually back now at the Impala carcass in the tree. Tom managed to spot it lying under some bushes, so now the gamble is on. We are in prime position here.
Yeah.
If it comes back to the kill, we're in the perfect spot, but we have been told it is visible, we were told,
Yeah, but move further into the
behind us.
bush.
So we've stuck to our guns and we're staying here at the kill.
So we stayed as long as possible. We got into the gate at 6:01,
Yep.
so we couldn't wait longer, but we had to leave, unfortunately.
Hard to leave. We will check in the morning, but I guess for now, just got to enjoy dinner.
Yeah. Good morning. It's the 1st of November, which means the gates open 1 hour earlier today than it did yesterday. So it's just after 4:30, which is horrible to wake up to. But we are on the tar road towards Crocodile Bridge.
Yep, we did check in on the Leopard, but apparently so did everyone else in Lower Sabie, so it was very busy and we couldn't see a visual. So we are heading down the tar road to Crocodile Bridge and then we will slowly meander up the S28 and see what we can find. Oh, hyena. So it's been a fairly quiet morning. We did see some spotted hyena at the beginning of the S28, and then we eventually spotted a male lion. It was, fairly deep into the bush, long grass, so we eventually moved off when it laid down.
But now we're sitting here with 3 male cheetah. The coalition, they're laying down in the distance, so it's not the best visual, but yeah, first cheetah at Lower Sabie.
Boom.
So we got into a good position, basically went ahead of the queue, and they actually did start walking towards the road and came towards us.
Crossed the road, jumped on like a boulder, a big rock. All three of them started scent marking on there.
That was the best cheetah sighting I've had yet.
I don't think that will ever be topped.
Yeah.
It was one of those dream sightings. Another reason why we keep coming back to the Kruger National Park.
So next time you see a Nyala or a kudu or any other antelope that lives in the thickets, try and watch the way they walk, because you see the hooves actually touch for a split second when the hind hoof steps into the spot where the front hoof was. This is called a direct register, and it's an adaptation to be as quiet as possible, because when you're living in the thickets, the best way to survive is to not be noticed. I think it's interesting. Maybe you don't. I told you anyway.
So after an unforgettable morning drive, especially with that cheetah sighting, we had a lovely breakfast back at Lower Sabie. The weather is 38 degrees now, so we spent a lovely bit of time around the pool. Did a bit of laundry, as you have to do on safari. And now we're actually heading out for an evening drive, heading towards Skukuza from Lower Sabie on the tar.
Yeah, we're on the H41 now, and the plan is to loop back around on the S30 on the dirt road. Maybe it's a bit more quiet there, and yeah, really look for a leopard today, because we are still looking for an amazing leopard sighting on this whole trip, actually. What?
There's a leopard.
No. Oh my god, it's a leopard.
Yes.
So the goal for this evening was to find a leopard, and we didn't just find one, we found two in one spot.
Yeah, right on top of a termite mound, a mating pair of leopards, a huge male.
Oh yeah.
Just an incredible sight. We are very lucky.
It could not have gone better, literally.
Oh. Oh. Is that wild dog? Oh my God.
I can't even see. It must be wild dog.
Yeah, it's wild dog. I can't believe this. Oh my God.
There was another one, right? What?
Wow.
What?
They're cool.
I literally just said to Tom, we've had an unreal cheetah sighting, now we found a leopard, and now the last of the three elusive predators is just the wild dogs. And then we were just driving on the tar towards Sunset Dam, just before gate closing.
Yeah, and well, I guess the beauty of this time of year now is the gate shuts at 6:30.
So like 20 minutes after sunset.
Yeah, so as we were pulling up, it was dark, we couldn't really see, but we saw in someone's headlights these animals sort of looking at the ground. And as we get closer, we realise they're wild dog. There's three of them right by the road, and it's just, we did not expect that at all, did we? Well, we've just pulled into Lower Sabie now.
We're looking forward to dinner.
Oh, goodness. What an end to a great day, I tell you.
Well, you can't really see us, we can't see you, we can't see anything really.
No.
But yeah, we're on a game drive.
Yeah, but it is 4:45 in the morning. We are driving towards Kruger on the S128, and then we're going to jump on the S30, I believe,
Yes.
towards Kruger. Yeah, see what we can find. The lights just come on, we'll probably have to redo that. So we're actually sitting with a herd of Impala right now. And these guys are an evolutionary masterclass, from their breeding to their dietary habits. And there's a cool fact I want to share with you guys, and I hope you didn't know it. And if you did, well, unlucky, because I'm sharing it anyway. But if you focus on an Impala, and then you start to move down, and then move down some more, right to the ankles. There's a little black hairy mark, like a little ball, fluff of black hair. And this is actually a gland which secretes a substance. And this enables each impala to locate another member of the herd after a hunt, after they've been split up. So, for example, a wild dog pack chases them, splits them up. They can use this gland to locate one another and regroup, which I just think's fascinating. Whoa, look for it.
So the S30 was an amazing drive. Great habitat for leopard, lions, everything basically. We didn't see anything really, not a big sighting. Still a good drive, but now we are on the tar towards the cruiser and we found 2 lions, a mating pair.
So we left the first sighting of the lions mating on the road. We turned a corner, and there was another pair of mating lions.
So at the first sighting we got quite early actually, so there weren't many cars around, it was quite nice. But it got worse and worse over time, and then the second sighting, oh my god, it was a whole traffic jam. So we took one shot and then left instantly. But yeah, 2 amazing lion sightings.
2 amazing lion sightings.
So we are on the way back to Lower Sabie on the S21 currently, about 5 kilometers away from the main road, and we have hit a roadblock. There's 2 elephants who've just pushed over a tree and they're going to be feeding for a long time. Thank you, man. Only took you half an hour.
So we were out on an evening drive, our last drive at Lower Sabie. The wind has started to pick up, so can't guarantee great sightings, but we can guarantee a great time. We are actually driving now on the H10 towards the Kumbi lookout, so we're going to have a spectacular lookout and a view, and then we're going to slowly head back and hopefully a sunset at Sunset Dam.
So what started as an eerily quiet drive and a not that amazing view from the lookout point turned to a bit of a birding drive. We had black-bellied korhan, we had Shelley's francolin, and lots more ostriches even, so that was quite nice.
Yeah. And well, now we decided to sit at sunset down. There's no sunset, but we're enjoying some elephants and hippos. And sadly, this concludes our Lower Sabie adventure. Tomorrow morning we're heading to Bergendal for 3 nights, so we'll see you there. And I guess goodbye from Lower Sabie. Hope you enjoyed.
What a time we've had at Lower Sabie, a camp that is known to be situated in one of the most game-rich areas in all of Kruger, and it's delivered on its promise.
It certainly did. Probably one of my favourite sightings in my life.
Same.
Coalition of 3 cheetah males crossed the road in front of us, jumped on a rock 5 metres from the road and began scent marking. That rock is now got a special place in my heart in the Kruger National Park. It was just an unforgettable sighting and really appreciated that.
And then same day, just in the evening, drove to Kruger, came back, mating pair of leopards. A big male and a beautiful female on the Turbid Mountains. Beautiful green background, just one of the best leopard sightings of my life.
Spectacular.
And then same evening, on the way back to camp, it was already dark, so no pictures, but wild dogs straight past the car. Started calling as well.
Yeah, started calling.
Unreal.
What an end to a great day.
Yeah. And then the next day, so the last day, one for the birders out there, a black-bellied korhan putting on a concert for us, a real show.
Yeah.
Started calling the whole time, one of the most unique calls in nature, I'd say.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, and then for the camp itself?
Yeah, so Lower Sabie camp, we stayed in a hut, and the huts are quite tightly packed together, and the ablution blocks are quite run down. So I wasn't too keen on that. The pool itself is lovely. There's some sun and shade, and well, the icing on the cake for Lower Sabie has got to be the restaurant. Mug and Bean, special place in my heart.
What's that omelette called?
Your favourite omelette is the Ranchero's omelette. You got to try it. But at the restaurant, you're on the river. You can see a multitude of animals coming down to drink whilst you enjoy your omelette. With maybe a black label beer, I'm not sure.
But maybe if you want to splash out, go for the Riverview tents or the Riverview bungalows. They should be amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the best accommodations in the park.
Yeah. And that's a wrap at Lower Sabie. In the morning we head to Bergendal, the land of the leopard and the rhino. We apologise for any of our mispronunciations in this video, and we thank you for your patience and your understanding. And we're heading now down to Sabie.
So we just checked Lower Sabie, had a drink on the restaurant with an amazing view of the river.
Yep. And from there,
Talk slower. So
we spotted a little commotion.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't like getting, watched while I'm eating. So can only assume it didn't like being off. Yeah, so we decided, what is my voice doing? Oh, fuck, what am I saying?
Did you want to start recording? No.
So a fun little fact here, most antelope that live in the thicket, they have an adaptation which they rely on to be a go undetected. So close.
So this is an
We had a lovely breakfast. What did we actually have for breakfast? I fucked
I'm just
Oh, God.
I was just fucking asking.
He was asking the question. We're going to work on our communication skills. But we will go over that bridge. Ooh. A buffalo.
A buffalo.
.445 and we're on the S130. No, we're not. What the fuck's this happened? There's actually a really cool fact I'm going to share with you, and I hope you didn't know that bit. Am I saying?
Yeah.
So we left. So we left the first mate. So we left the first lion sighting of the.
That was you.
I did not mean to do that.
Ready? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I will spot something good on the drive back.
no you won't.
Yes.
Sorry?
I would like to leave the car, please.
Okay. Get away from me. We can go. Yeah!
I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's good.
I don't really know either, yeah.
We should be forced to go into the mentor.
Well, I think if these outtakes ever get released, we probably will be forced to do it.
Same day in the evening, drove to Kruger on the way back.
That's, what I just finished, it doesn't make sense. And, they certainly did. They a coalition of 3 males. Didn't even say cheetah. I can't believe this.
Yeah, and then for the camp itself?
Yeah, so,
Okay.
yeah, I think so. Oh no. Okay, I think I'm there.
I'm not. Alright,
Okay,
So Thomas made it back to UK. As you can see by all the snow behind me here, I'm back in Germany as well. We just wanted to say thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, consider leaving a like and maybe even writing a comment on what you liked, what we can improve on and whatever you want to tell us. And also make sure to subscribe on here and on our socials as well so you don't miss any future trips. And with that, I'd say see you in the next one.